coming up.
Advisor showed you that?
Yeah, it was basically like you look into a bowl of water, you put a white candle here, you look into a bowl of water, you turn off the lights and you look into the mirror and you will see visions of people. And these people will show you who you were in your past lives. So what I learned from it was when I looked in the mirror and I seen a white lady, I seen an Indian man, I seen a little girl. I was a man a couple of times, you know, a Spanish man and also an Indian man, right? So I'm like, my experiences in those bodies would be different than my experience in this body. When I was this white lady, what kind of white lady was I? Did I need to come back to see, was I being bad or was I being good? Because I looked like I looked like I was on a plantation. So I don't know how good I was.
Maybe you had some slaves too.
I might have. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think racism is this?
I probably was part of the problem.
Yeah.
So in order to come back and solve some of the solutions, I needed to come back a couple of times as the other people who I held back.
So now you owe white people reparations.
Maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Hello culture warriors, welcome to another installment of Culture War. In this video we're going to be watching Jesse interview a strange lady. This lady claims to have been to this life like 3 or 4 times. She claims to have been an Indian man and a white woman in her past life. It's funny, it's strange, but you know, and Jesse is going to try to make sense out of the whole mess. So I want us to watch this video and enjoy it. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you can get more interesting videos like this. So let's hit it.
So do you think God will tell you to interrupt your prayer to tell you to whoop somebody?
He actually did that on the show.
Oh, he did?
He actually did that. And that's where that statement comes from, because when I had the disagreement with the girl, I tried to pray, and, you know, she started interrupting my prayers. And God said, tell her this. And I said, what, God? He said, tell her, don't interrupt my prayers before God direct me to whoop your ass. And that's what I told her. And she shut up. She shut up. Yeah.
Do you love white people?
I love all people who love me.
Do you love white people?
I love all people who love me.
Do you love white people?
Yeah.
You love white people?
I can, if they love me. But if they don't love me, no. But that goes with anybody. Now, if you say, do I love white people, in what way? Because I know I like white people, and white people like me, and we get along great. But has there been white people that I don't like? Yeah, the girl that I had to fight with, I ain't like her. She happened to be white. But have I had fights with black people too? Yes, sir. And I think way more. And do I like them? No. No.
Is it possible to be born of love, which is God, and not love all people?
Apparently it is, because there's a lot of racism that goes on in this country. So apparently that statement don't really work.
But God said to love your enemy, to love all.
In Christian religion.
But not in
God
spiritual.
didn't tell me that.
Not in
God didn't tell me that.
What did he say about you loving all people?
He said you treat people with respect and kindness. But if those people do not treat you with respect and kindness, leave them. He didn't say beat them up, but just leave their ass alone.
But did he tell you not to love them?
Yeah, he said don't love them either.
Really?
Yeah, he said you don't love what does not love you. That's a waste of energy.
Wow.
Energy is precious.
Amazing. And so you believe racism exists?
You don't. You don't.
Well,
you older than me. You don't think racism exists?
Well, you believe it does?
Man, you don't believe it do?
I'll answer that in a minute, but I need to find out if you believe it does.
Of course it does.
And where's your proof?
Where's my proof? I could probably pull up several different things online to show you proof, or I could just go through my own experiences and show you, or tell you, proof.
Give me one example of proof that racism exists.
One example? Let me see, the biggest example?
If you want to.
Okay. How long ago was it that black people were allowed to vote?
100 years ago, it seems.
Okay, and before then, why were they not allowed to vote?
Because they didn't have sense enough.
They didn't have sense enough? That's what it was?
That's why women didn't vote either. You see how crazy things are now that women vote, right?
So that's the reason, that's your logic, because they didn't have sense enough?
Right.
So then there should have been a lot of people just in general, that we're not allowed to vote.
Well, I'll
correct?
mess with you about that, but where's your proof that racism exists?
That was my proof. You said black people was only allowed to vote 100 years ago, and why were they not allowed to vote? You said because they didn't have enough sense. I think it was based on race.
Why do you think that?
Because that's what they said. They said no black people can vote. They specifically said no black people can vote.
And that's your proof for racism?
Well, I think it would be one proof. Yeah.
No. Racism does not exist.
Okay.
It's a made-up lie. Our battle is like a spiritual battle, warfare between good and evil. Mm-hmm. You're either on the side of good or evil, and evil people try to hurt good people, and that's spiritual, not physical. So racism just made up in order to divide and conquer.
So what do they base the good and the evil off of? Is it based off of skin color?
No, it's based off the heart of the person.
Well, that's the craziest, stupidest thing I've ever heard. But, I mean, that's what you want to believe?
Yeah. You don't believe that as a spiritual person? You don't believe our battle is spiritual, a warfare between good and evil?
There is a warfare between good and evil, but racism exists as well.
Does God say racism exists?
Yeah, he told me that personally.
Oh, he told you that personally?
Yeah, he sure did. He said some people will not like you because of the color of your skin, but that's okay. When you come to this earth, you get a choice. And this is what I believe. This is just my belief. You get a choice of which body you want to enter.
Oh.
What you want to enter into a male, you want to enter into a female, you want to enter a black person, you want the experience of a white person, you want the experience of an Asian person. Just go around, because one lifetime is not enough to learn everything that you need to learn. If you think that you can know everything at 30, 40, you don't. It takes thousands of years to actually comprehend what is really going on. And most people don't have that comprehension.
And so when you came to the earth, you chose a black body?
Apparently I did, because that's what I'm sitting.
Why did you choose a black body?
I don't know. It might have been.
You want to take it back?
Nah.
You can give it back to him, right?
But I'm going to tell you something.
What?
There was this little exercise that we did with my spiritual advisor, and it was basically like you put 2 white candles in a bowl of water and you look in the mirror. It's supposed to show you your past lives, right? So when I did that, I looked in the mirror. I seen one of my past lives. I was a white lady, and I had these Shirley Temple like blonde curls in my hair. Looked like I came from like plantation times or something like that. I was an old, like 90-something-year-old Indian man. I was a little black girl. She had these shoes on. It looked like the Japanese clogs where it had the 2 wooden things about them. She got hit by a train. I seen the train coming and everything. So I seen these 3 lives. Oh, and then I seen the other one where I was like this Spanish dude, and I was like a entertainer, like singing. But I was messing around with the king's niece and got her pregnant, so they killed me. And I called myself being slick and said I was gonna come back through the baby, and he killed the baby too.
Really?
Yeah, it could be real or whatever, but this is what I dreamt.
Your spiritual advisor showed you that?
Yeah, it was basically like you look into a bowl of water, you put a white candle here, you look into a bowl of water, you turn off the lights and you look into the mirror, and you will see visions of people. And these people will show you who you were in your past lives.
Did it scare you?
Nah.
It didn't scare you?
Nah, it didn't scare me. So what I learned from it was when I looked in the mirror and I seen the white lady, I seen an Indian man, I seen a little girl. I was a man a couple of times, you know, Spanish man and also an Indian man, right? So I'm like, my experiences in those bodies would be different than my experience in this body. When I was this white lady, what kind of white lady was I? Did I need to come back to see, was I being bad? Or was I being good? Because I looked like I was on a plantation. So I don't know how good I was.
Maybe you had some slaves too.
I might have. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think racism exists?
I probably was part of the problem.
Yeah.
So in order to come back and solve some of the solutions, I needed to come back a couple of times as the other people who I held back.
So now you owe white people reparations.
Maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will give us some reparations from this money that I'm finna go get from over there.
Wow, this was a strange interview, right, guys? Very, very strange. I mean, coming back to this world, thinking that you have been to this world like 3 or 4 times, and you're going to come back in this world as a white man, then come back into the world as a white woman or a dog or whatever it is. It's just not doesn't make any sense, you know, in anywhere at all. I don't know what religion she's practicing, but it sure isn't the truth. The truth is that, look, after we die, we're going to face judgment. Everybody is appointed unto man to die once, and after that, we face judgment. I think most of these things, what they do is just try to use it to trivialize heaven and hell and judgment day, so that people don't take it serious. So anyway, that's just my own opinion, and I don't know what you think about it. I just decided to drop this video. Just something that was just light, not like the usual serious stuff that I always drop. So it's a little bit entertaining. So I thought I'd drop it for you guys, could get a little bit entertained tonight. So my name is Brains Roland. I'll see you in the next one. But please, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so I get more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.